Okay, so if you just wanted to introduce yourself, you can go right ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm Irina. I'm from business development team of Realistic Asia. We're a full service DMC based in Southeast Asia, and we started in Vietnam, where our head office is, and then we expanded to other destinations. But today I would present you Vietnam, how to arrange the travel there, and the unique things you could offer to your clients. And just a little bit about ourselves, that our concept is into local immersion and to build connection between the traveler and the destination to bring more memories. And this is what we're focusing on. And the products I would present to you would be all around that type of experience. Thanks to diversity of climate, topography, culture in our destination, we could offer a different range of products. And if you need a new tour, like it could be culture, culinary, family vacation, everything could be done in Vietnam. And let's talk about why actually you should offer Vietnam to your travelers. First of all, Vietnam is a great destination for culture experience. It has a mixture of different cultures, it has a long history, and it's modern country, but still have strong roots into their traditions. And again, because of that, the country is perfect for the local experience. Also, Vietnam has very beautiful nature. So as you see on the images, there are some one of the kind of landscape like in Halong Bay. Vietnam is the home of the largest cave system in the world. So there are beautiful beaches, there are wonderful mountains. So everyone could find the natural beauty that fits them. And finally, Vietnam is a culinary paradise. The food is famous, healthy, delicious, and there are so many different ways to explore it. And some of the most interesting ones I would actually tell you later. So as you see on the map, can you see the map?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. You see that Vietnam kind of spreads from north to the south. And because of that, compared to other Southeast Asia countries, Vietnam is more diverse in terms of climate. So it actually has 7 climate zones, but we could talk about 3 main ones. The northern Vietnam has 4 seasons with hot summer, cold winter. So in winter, it falls up to plus 10, 12 degrees, but in mountain regions, sometimes it could snow. And spring and autumn are beautiful time. And the central Vietnam, they have dry and rainy season. The rainy season starts in September till February, but you need to pay attention more about October, November when the rains are the hardest. And southern Vietnam also have dry and wet season, but the wet season is in summer from May till October. So because of that, and Vietnam has very long coastline. So if you plan a beach break for your travels, it doesn't matter what time of the year. At any time of the year, there would be one perfect place in Vietnam which would be perfect for beach vacation. It is one of the advantages. Because if we talk some other countries in Southeast Asia, it's generally stick to one particular season. Also, to explore the country, it takes about 9 to 12 days to see the highlights. And if you want to explore it more of the beaten path, we recommend about 2 weeks. There are 2 main cities, Hanoi on the north and Ho Chi Minh on the south, which are good entry and exit points. They have big international airports, which are convenient to start or end the trip. So generally, how you start in Hanoi, and to go to different locations of Vietnam down to the south or vice versa. And today I will tell you about the most popular places to visit, which are perfect for the first time and which cannot be missed. And we will start with Hanoi. It's the capital of Vietnam, and it's really great for culture experience. And also here I would know that from Hanoi, if your clients want to explore the northern part with the mountains, to go to Halong Bay or to visit some places like Ninh Binh for beautiful landscapes, Hanoi is the starting point. So generally fly to Hanoi and then take a car or train, what is available to visit other areas. Best time to visit any time of the year. In winter, it would be a little bit cold, but for city sightseeing, for some culture experience, it is fine. And what could be done in Hanoi? Hanoi is a great place to explore the culinary scene. There are different cooking schools, street food tours. If we want to talk about something special, we collaborate with famous Vietnamese food blogger, Van Con Tu. He runs his blog for more than 10 years, and he is one of the best people in the entire country to talk about food. And he could take your clients to the street food adventure, to present them dishes and tell the best places to try something. Another way to explore the culinary scene is to take the cooking class. And if we want something special, we could recommend to have a cooking lesson with Chef Ai. She was in top 5 MasterChef Vietnam show. And she works a lot on popularizing the healthy food in the country. So she's very interesting personality. Her food is amazing and the experience would be really interesting. And another one which is really loved by the clients is to have a home hosted dinner where you visit a local family and cook together in the evening in the home kitchen, eat home cooked meal, and during cooking, just talk about life to see how's it different from your country. This one is very cozy and nice experience. Hanoi is also a beautiful city where there are many things to see. Of course, there are such highlights like Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum and probably the famous train street where train goes very close to the people. Of course, it's all good to see. But to make it more special, we combine the sightseeing with some a little bit of the hidden parts of Hanoi to visit some, for example, to visit some markets or to visit some street where everyone is specializing on sewing clothes to see how local people live in. And if your clients are interested in history, battlefield travel, we could arrange a meeting with the Vietnam War veteran who would show around the places which were taking a big part during Vietnam War. Or we could arrange a meeting with a photographer who would just show the most photogenic places to take photos. And another way to explore the city is to do it on a motorbike. It's a traditional, not traditional, but it's the most common way to, of the most common transport in Vietnam, and it would be truly in a local way. So you would sit at the back of the motorbike, and it would allow to get more local experience and go more of the beaten path to some narrow streets where the cars cannot pass. We generally arrange it on a vintage Vespa bike or Minsk bike, depending on the style which your clients would prefer. And around Hanoi, there are many beautiful villages to where your travelers could see some local crafts, or some of them are very historic, and you could see the old traditional buildings. Here, I want to introduce our special tour because it's exclusively run by us only. It's in Bavi. This area is just outside the Hanoi, about 1.5 hour drive, and in a beautiful area by the national park with mountain views. And this is not a touristic place at all. So basically, all the travelers who visit this area are our travelers. And here we arrange visit to two villages. In one village, your clients would visit a tea plantation, and they would learn everything about tea making process. So they would harvest it from the bushes. They would learn how to roast it. As you see on the picture, it's all done manually. And they would learn how to make tea from the leaf on the tree and up to the product which you actually could use. The owner of this plantation is Vietnam War veteran. He was the one who was breaking into Independence Palace, which is the symbol of the end of the war. And your travels would have a chance to talk to him, to learn his experience, how his life was during war and after the war. So just get some first-hand knowledge. And in another village, it would be a local experience where you would join with farm to table cooking and learn how to make traditional dishes of northern Vietnam. And after the lunch, which you cooked, the travelers could walk around the village, cycle along the rice paddies, see what people are doing, and visit different houses. When I was testing this trip, I visited one family who makes tofu, and I saw the entire process of doing it. I also could visit some family who makes the conical heads. So it depends on availability, because the villages, they do not show it for tourists. It's you would see the real life, what they're doing for a living. And it's very memorable and interesting experience. And another interesting thing, when travelers visit Hanoi, they often visit the water puppet theater, because this art is unique for Vietnam and originated in northern part of the country. So it's like the puppet show, but it's done in water. So it would be interesting to see, but we could go beyond this and arrange the meeting with the water puppet maker and performer, Mr. Liam. He's the seventh generation of this art. And we would visit his workshop to see how he makes these puppets, have the private performance, and after that, he actually could show you how to move these puppets in water. So this one would be really interesting and engaging culture immersion. Good for all ages. Okay, for family vacation, it would be fantastic, but we had older groups and they loved it too. And about unique places to stay, we would recommend Sofitel Legend Metropole Hanoi. This is one of the, it is actually the first luxury hotel in Hanoi, and it has a long history, over 100 years. It's already a historical landmark by its own. Not long ago, a couple of years ago, they finished renovations, so the quality of stay would be fantastic. The rooms are beautiful, and there are some suites where, for example, Charlie Chaplin was staying during his honeymoon trip, and you could stay in the same room, which also could give some special experience. Then we would move to Halong Bay. To reach Halong Bay, you need to take a car from Hanoi. It takes about 3-4 hours drive. Why to visit it? It is one of the kind place with beautiful landscapes, and it's a must visit in Vietnam. Here I would put the map of this bay just to give you some insights, because everyone knows it is Halong Bay, but it's actually Gulf of Tonkin and has 3 areas. Halong Bay, where most of cruises are going, on the north, on the south, Lan Ha Bay, and on the east part by Tu Long Bay. Originally, all the boats were going to Halong Bay, but now there are quite a lot of boats, and there is a big pressure on the environment, and it's getting very crowded. So the government actually puts the restrictions on building boats there, and all new cruises are going the route to Lan Ha Bay and by Tu Long Bay. This is what I would recommend to go. The landscapes would be the same beautiful, but you could expect less crowds, and the boats would be newer, especially in Lan Ha Bay. So most of luxury cruises and really good quality boats are in that area. And by Tulun Bay, there are less boats and mostly like 3, 4 stars. But by Tulun Bay is the one which is the least crowded route. And what to do here? Of course, to see the amazing landscapes. The best way to explore to take a cruise. It could be 1 night or 2 nights. We recommend to take 1 night cruise because if you take 2 nights, the program would be repeating unless the cruise stops in Katba Island. And depending on the route, you could visit the floating villages or to stop in Katba, island, which is the biggest island with the national park. But programs of cruises are more or less the same, and all of them include kayaking, where you could come closer to these karst formations and islands, explore the caves, and have a stop at the beach for swimming. And to make it unique, because the programs are kind of the same, if you want something special, we could think about the transport. Because you could take a seaplane from Hanoi Airport to the bay. It takes about 40 minutes flight, and that would take about 10, 20 minutes fly over the area to see it from the bird's eye view, which would be really interesting and nice experience, and it would land on water. So for those who want something special, we could suggest this option. And here are some suggestions of cruises. There are different. One of them is Indochina Prince Chang. It's actually the one which goes to Baitulon Bay, the area which is less crowded. It is one of the few private cruises, so they have 4 cabins. And if you have a family, for example, which you want privacy, this is the option we could offer. They have traditional design with teak wood and inspired by the fishing boats. If your clients want something more modern, we could suggest Stellars of the Sea or Heritage Line Elan Cruise. Stellars of the Sea is one of the top luxury cruises which have like swimming pool, they have wine cigar cellar, they have mini golf course, beautiful spa, and so many things on a boat to have fun. So your clients could enjoy the amenities and see the beautiful landscapes and never be bored. And another one, Heritage Line, is a smaller boutique style with very beautiful design inspired by Indochina time, and many of the elements here are handcrafted by the local artisans. And they have one of the best spa among all cruises. Both of the Style of the Sea and Land Cruise, they're going to Lan Ha Bay. Again, it's less crowded route compared to Ha Long Bay, but busier than Baitu. This is the northern part of Vietnam, which must be visited. Another one, then we go to the central part of Vietnam and start with Hue, which used to be the capital of Vietnam during dynasty time. And it still maintains the royal charm, and it is a great place to explore the culture and history. The best time to visit would be between December and September. In central Vietnam, we need to be careful when planning the trips in October, November, because the storms are quite heavy. And to see in Viet, of course, what is must visited would be the Imperial Citadel, the house where the royal family used to live. We could go outside the city and see the royal tombs, which is also a masterpiece of architecture. To visit different pagodas and beautiful lake gardens. To make it more authentic, we suggest to do it on a cyclo, which is a sustainable way of transport, but also it's a tradition for Vietnam, so it would be more full immersion into the past. But also, this part of Vietnam was involved during Vietnam War, and the demilitarized zone was not far from here, and you could visit there. And to see visit some artisans, like how to make kite. Hue is the place which is famous for kite festival, and this art is very important for local people. So they make very beautiful designs, and we could visit the workshop where you could make your own one to take as a souvenir. We generally put it for families because kids just love it. They make their own kite, then fly it, and it would be very entertaining. Hue has beautiful sites nearby. So from there, you could get to the biggest freshwater lagoon. And it's interesting experience where you could join the boating, kayaking, swimming, and entertaining with the fishermen. Try to catch fish, and after that, have dinner with the fishermen, talk about life, and see how actually this part of Vietnam is living. And we have some interesting feedback, but generally it depends on how much fish they could catch. But it's interesting. Also, from here, there are ways to get to the caves. Um, Honestly, you could do it in one day, but it would be quite a long trip. So actually, I would suggest to take overnight trip to visit the caves, or to visit Don Hoi, which is not far from Hue, and from there to take expedition to visit the caves, which could take like from 1 to 5 days. And among special experiences, Hue is considered by locals as a culinary capital of Vietnam. The best food is coming from here. And here there is Madame Huy, who is the most famous chef in Vietnam. She is an author of culinary books. She was taking part in different culinary shows. She was taking, have a not a program. There was a TV program on BBC about her and culinary of Vietnam. And there are different experiences we could offer with her. One of them is to have a home cooked dinner where she would to visit your house and she would cook for you, or she could take your travelers to the street food tour and show the best places to try. And she is quite interesting personality. Just to meeting with her would be interesting. And among places to stay in Hue, it would be many interesting. If your travelers want to stay inside the city, we recommend Aziroila residence. It combines the Indochina and royal design. They have the saltwater swimming pool, beautiful location by the riverside and close to all the landmarks. But also, Hue does not have access to the sea, but it's quite close to it. And if you go outside the city, there are really beautiful resorts which are located by the sea, which are off the beaten path, far away from crowds, and very beautiful resorts. One of them is Banyan Tree Langko, which is located at one of the most beautiful beaches of Vietnam. They offer luxurious villas with beautiful design, which combines the Indochina royal time. And also, this property is good to stay for those who are into golf holidays because there is access to the golf course. Another one is Vidana Lagoon Resort and Spa. This property has the first over-water bungalows in Vietnam. They located quite remotely in beautiful place with the beach. It's run by the local family, and they have two properties. One is by the beach Vidana Lagoon, and the other one is in the China Palace in Hue. Both of them are with exceptional service, and both of them are into the local immersion. Also, Vedana Lagoon is a bonus resort. And 3 hours from Hue is Hoi An. It is another one place which is must see. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where like most of the buildings are kind of historical and uh, with beautiful architecture. It used to be the trade port and it has influence by different cultures. First of all, it is culture of China, Japan, Portugal, France, and all of these are kind of mixed together and combine the special architecture style of the city and special atmosphere. It's great for those who are into culture, those who are into history, great for families because many streets are walking, so it's safe to see around, many interesting experiences. It's also by the sea, so it is great to combine city sightseeing, visiting some villages, and in the evening just to go to swim in the sea. Uh, Best time to visit again is from December to September. In October, November, there are some storms, and it depends on the year. Like last year, there were no any problems, but year before there was some floods, and in 2020 there was like some big floods where actually people were moving around the city by boats. So during that time, it's better to pay attention. If your travels are into beach vacations, summer would be perfect in terms of weather. And what to do in Hoi An? First of all, to explore the town. It's very charming. The best way to do it is just to take a walking tour, or you could rent a bicycle. Every hotel offers a free bicycle rent and explore, wander around. Uh, it's very romantic town because in the evenings they light the lanterns. Nearly each building they have beautiful lanterns, and in the evening they light it, and the atmosphere looks like really magical. And for honeymooners, we have the option of having dinner among the rice fields, which is very remote location, far away from crowds, just you, your loved one, green rice fields, and really beautiful blue sky. Uh, Also, it's great to explore the food in Hoi An, to join some street food adventure. There's the most remarkable dish of Hoi An is banh mi, Vietnamese sandwich, they use the French baguette and put different sauces and meat or vegetables. And this is what is Hoi An is famous for. And if you want to go deeper, Central Vietnam, before Vietnamese conquered that area, there used to be the Champa Kingdom, which had the Hindu culture, and it still has remains of it. You could see it in architecture, like if you visit Mison Sanctuary, the temples are kind of similar style as Angkor Wat in Cambodia, but of course not that massive, much smaller. You could visit that one. We also could arrange the meeting with the architect restorator who is actually maintaining and restaurates these areas. To go deeper into Cham culture, we could arrange a meeting with Miss Miley. She is a culture researcher, and she made a private museum in her house to show how the Cham people used to live. It would be very interesting experience, and you could combine it with the city sightseeing to see the different parts of Hoi An, or visit some of the villages around Hoi An and try hands-on with some handicrafts. What we offer is just to learn how to make lantern. Lots of people buy it as a souvenir, but it would be more valuable if you make it with your own hands. Or to visit the driftwood village where The local people do beautiful arts using the driftwood, and you could learn to do something there or learn some crafts making with bamboo. We often offer it for the families because it's very entertaining for children. But in terms of making lantern, we have good feedback from different age groups. So it would be interesting for everyone. And explore the nature. What is popular in Hoi An is to visit the countryside and visit the villages to try on gardening in the tropical garden. There are many villages who are doing it. We collaborate with Tandon Organic Farm. It is more of the beaten path, less crowded, and we know that it's all organic in organic way, so it would be interesting to see and try. And it's often combined with the visiting Kamtan village, where you could take a trip on a basket boat along the river, which is covered by both sides by the coconut trees. It's very interesting experience. And these basket boats are unique for Vietnam. Originally, during colonial time, these boats were the French government put the taxes on the boats, and Vietnamese start making these basket boats, saying that, oh, it's a basket, it's not a boat, and they still use it. And if your travels are into outdoor adventures, we could visit the Cham Island, which is a great place for snorkeling to see the corals, and also one of the best places for diving in Vietnam. It could be done from Hoi An. Among places to stay, there are many beautiful resorts located inside the town. But if your travels are into beach break, we could recommend Four Seasons Nam Hai. This is a beautiful resort, has everything what you could imagine, and located by the beautiful beach, which is private and a little bit away from the city to enjoy the privacy and get far away from crowds. And then we go to the south, Ho Chi Minh. It's a modern, bustling city, and it's great for those who love exactly the city break to feel the fast pace of living. It's a great place for nightlife. And from Ho Chi Minh, you could get to some other areas like Cô Chi or Mekong Delta, and also to some beach locations like, for example, Mui Ne is a 3 hours drive from Ho Chi Minh, or just a very short flight to the islands. It can be visited any time of the year. And among things to do, is explore the city. And because many things in history were happening during Vietnam War, and many uh, experiences are located to this one. So we could combine visiting some interesting places of the city, seeing the landmarks of the Chinatown, visit some Chinatown, and we could arrange to visit to the secret weapon chamber, which actually not all Saigonese know about, and to see how actually Viet Congs were hiding the weapons, how they were doing during the war. Another place to visit is Ho Chi tunnels. It's an underground system of tunnels which been used during the war. The Viet Congs were using it to hide from the bombing. They were hiding their weapon. They had like field hospital there, and it's quite popular place. If you want to make it more unique for your clients, you could work out in terms of transport because you could get there by the boat and by the river, and you could see some parts of Ho Chi Minh from the riverside view and go to some areas which are often missed by the travelers. Just it would be more interesting just to take a car, or we could arrange a meeting with Vietcong veteran who is actually was surviving in these tunnels, and he could share his personal experience. Also, Ho Chi Minh is a great place for culture part. Always there are different shows and um, uh, rich in culture, and we highly recommend to visit AO show. It's a bamboo circus, which is unique for Vietnam, and it's mostly focused on acrobatic elements and different use of bamboo in this, which really are rich culture roots. And to explore the food as well, like in every part of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh is famous for the innovative cuisine. So there, we could arrange a visit to the Michelin star restaurant, which is uh, focused on modern cuisine. Or you could experience the dining in the dark, where you do it in complete darkness and it just do it with feel the food with other senses like smell and taste. And what is really loved by travelers is the motorbike street food tour. So you hop on the back of the motorbike and wander around the city to visit the most interesting places for the street food adventure, try different food, and then stop at the bar and explore the vibrant nightlife in a local way. This experience is one of those which get the like really good feedback, and we confident to put it in the itinerary. In terms of places to stay, there are many beautiful options. One of the most luxury would be the Reverie Saigon. It's a beautiful hotel, very modern, very nice, the top quality. The only thing is that it's more focused on Italian design, Italian eclectic design rather than Vietnamese. If your clients want something more boutique stay, hotels, this arts is and gallery is an option. So it's more focused on Indochina design, has a beautiful collection of paintings which belong to the owner, and he put it at the hotel for decoration. Um, this one probably one of our best sellers because it's not big, it has good location and really nice stay. And if your travelers want something really special, we could recommend Anlam Retreat on Saigon River. It's a little bit far from the city center, but still in convenient location by the river in a beautiful area, which is very green. And this property is very sustainable. It's a wellness resort and focused also on eco-friendly stay. And the last one is Mekong Delta. Generally, it is done within 1 day trip from Ho Chi Minh. But if your clients have time, we highly recommend to stay overnight there for better experience. There are different ways to explore it. It could be taking a river cruise, which starts from 2 days and more, or to stay overnight in some of the beautiful villages uh, in terms of experiences, even if it is a day trip or overnight stay or cruise, it would be always included take a hand road sampan along the river because the Con Delta has like lots of different canals and river islands to try the fresh fruits and tropical garden because this area is um, called as a rice bowl of Vietnam. All of agriculture is grown here and cycle around the villages to see what local people are doing and enjoy their authentic landscapes and visit the local workshops. Uh, if you stay overnight, there would be more time to visit the local workshops and see more about it and to try with your hands because in a day trip, it's too short to try to learn to do it by yourself. And also, if you stay overnight, you could get up early in the morning and visit the floating market, which starts like around 4 5 a.m. And you could see the wholesale market where people are just selling the fruits and other goods from the boats. You cannot do it during day trip. I know that there are day trips which offer this, but by the time you get to the market, it would be most of the boats would be gone because by 12 it's all over. And among unique places to stay, we could recommend Kanto, which is located on a private river island, which has a beautiful design with local crafts. So lots of things are handmade. They have a great wellness program. They have very beautiful lotus pond. They could arrange the picnic lunch, romantic lunch under the banyan tree. So it would be a truly green escape and very lovely stay. Another option is Coco Riverside Lodge. It is a four-star resort. I would not say that it's very luxury, but it's very sustainable. And the stay there combines with the program which is very unique for this spot in terms of which workshops we would visit, which villages we would visit. It's off the beaten path, or it would be away from the crowds. And it would be very interesting to visit the neighborhood, to cook together, visit Vietnam with veteran, and learn how to make the, I forgot how to call that, the poons or the fire sticks. And it would be very welcoming. It's just like visiting some neighborhood and being a guest with your friends as a great option for the ecotourism. There are some other places which I did not cover because Vietnam has too much to offer and we would run out of time. Vietnam is perfect for the beach break. I have another webinar about beaches, and what I could do, I actually could send you the recording of that webinar, and we also made the handbook for the travel agents with all detailed information about popular and off the beaten path destinations for the beaches, what to do there, where to stay, and how to plan the trip. So it would be a comprehensive guide. I would send it to you later. And the mountain regions on the northern part of Vietnam. I think that in the future we would have a separate webinar just focusing on this one and more like on adventure travel. Okay, so thank you for your time. It was a great pleasure to introduce Vietnam to you. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer.
Thank you so much. That was absolutely amazing. I didn't realize there was so much that Vietnam had to offer. So that was truly very nice to see. I will ask anyone if they have any questions. Please, you can unmute yourselves or put it in the chat. I do have one question. On your website, are there tours that are already made up that we could book, say, for our clients? If they gave us an idea of the region that they would like to travel to in Vietnam? Or is it all just custom? Do we have to contact you and let you know, and then you put it all together for us?
Yeah, we have some tours on the website with the prices. You could book it for your clients, and you just we just pay the commission. But for B2B clients, majority of agents prefer to customize. And even if you see ready-to-made tour on a website, we are always happy to adjust it for your clients, like in terms of accommodations, which they prefer, or adjust something in duration or replace some activities. So we could do both ways.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I will be sharing that website and putting it on our agent only page for everyone, as well as the recording, of course, of this. But if anybody does have any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves. Somebody in the chat, when I looked at the website, I couldn't figure out which ones were for groups versus couples or families. Are all the ones available for any type of travel? That's a great question.
Generally, it's for any type of travel. For groups, if we talk about B2B, we generally work. We do not collect the groups. Like We do not offer the tours like tour operators, something like Interpid, for example, where we have the group and you just could join in and spend the entire time with the group. So uh, I think that the tools on the website are suitable for everyone, except if you just want to spend time the entire trip with a particular group. It's better to ask some big tour operators who specialize on it. Um, but they're available for any type of traveler. The only thing that I know that on the website we have different ranges of budget, and for with agents we mostly work with a 4 or 5 star and something like boutique or luxury. But there are sometimes cases when our travels are on a budget, and with them we could offer a mixture. So in Vietnam and Thailand, we have some tours which you could join the group and it would be like sit on a coach tour with 15 people to save the budget. But for this one, I think it's better to agent to discuss with this if it would be good for clients and to get more details about how the experience would go and which tours we actually recommend to put like this way. Of course, private is always better, but we fit different budgets. Uh, Maybe this is why Casey was or Kesha was a bit confused about the groups.
Perfect. Thank you. Does anybody else have any other questions?
How is like the temperature year round? Does it get I don't know. I always assume it just gets like really hot. Does it get really hot like in the summertime? Like is there a cooler time of year? Like I have no clue as to like how the temperatures are there.
It depends on the region. In southern Vietnam, where Ho Chi Minh is, actually used to live there for 2 years. The temperature is about between 26 to 35 degrees. In summer, it's cooled down a little bit because it's rainy season. But generally, it's around 30 degrees all the time. Just April would be 35 degrees, like it would be hot. The central Vietnam is again about 28, 33 between this, but they would be easier to accept it because there would be breeze from the sea. Like in Hoi An, it's always easy to walk around during daytime. And in Hanoi, it's different, the northern part. In summer, it's very hot, it's 35 degrees. In winter, it's cold. As I mentioned earlier, it was about like plus 10, 12 degrees. So we are wearing like wool coats, leather jackets, and hats because it's quite cold and with humidity. Spring and autumn time are beautiful. It's about like 25, 24, 25 degrees, and it's my favorite time of the year in Hanoi.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I just could, because I know you said no October, November, but I was just curious how.
Yes, I would say March would be perfect for any part of the country. Like in northern Vietnam, in March in Hanoi, it would be beautiful weather. In central Vietnam, it's end of rainy season, so less chances for the rains. And in Ho Chi Minh, it would be still not too hot.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. And I just also want to note that that was Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So
Oh, yes, yes.
when Irina was
Sorry.
mentioning 35 degrees, that's 95 degrees Fahrenheit, just FYI. Okay, any other questions?
Deb, are you putting this presentation on the Just a Venture website?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yes, and Irina, it was a great presentation. Vietnam is definitely on my list, and I definitely wanted to do that overnight cruise. I've been looking into Vietnam for quite some time, so you will be hearing from me to customize a trip.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Anybody else have any last minute questions or anything they want to add? And Irina, you can send over that information, the travel agent guide that you have, as well as the other presentation that you have of the other parts of Vietnam. I would love to share that with the agents so that they
Mm-hmm.
can see that as well.
Yeah, sure. I will send it today.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, not today. It's probably late where you are, right?
No, it's actually morning time. It's just starting the day.
Oh, well, thank you. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you for you because I know that it's getting late evening.
Yeah, yes, it's almost bedtime. But this is when we normally do our webinars for our agents. So I do appreciate you logging on and showing us that amazing presentation. It was wonderful. Agents that are on or anybody that's watching, I do have Irina's contact information, and again, I'll be sharing that and uploading the video tomorrow when I get back in the office. One last call for any last minute questions. Okay, thank you, Irina. Thank you so
Okay,
much
thank you.
for
Thank
being
you.
on with us. We really appreciate it. And if you need anything from us, please let us know.
Okay,
Thank you
thank you.
so
It was a
much.
great pleasure to meet you all, and I hope that together we could make something really beautiful for your travelers in Vietnam.
Yes, I hope so too. I'm pretty sure you'll be hearing from quite a few of us after this wonderful presentation. So thank you again, and you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, and have a good night.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.